Hello and welcome to CMU Esports. Today we're watching the Valorant stream. Currently this is the first week of playoffs for NACE, so this will be basically if whichever team loses, they're out of the bracket for the rest of playoffs, or essentially. We are watching. I do think there's a little bit of an error on stream. We are not facing Talladega today. Um, oh, we are getting that fixed right now. We are gonna start on Icebox with um I'm honestly not sure what college this is. Is it Talladega and I'm just stupid? I don't know. Is it Talladega? It might be. I might just be stupid. What's up? Yeah. If you want to, you can. I don't care. I don't care. If you want to do it, you can do it. Is it Talladega? Am I just lying to you?
It looks like he's just missing an R.
Okay, it doesn't matter. We're in the game. Bring it back, Quaid. If it's Talladega, it's Talladega. Okay. I might be wrong. My apologies. I didn't recognize the name, but I also don't think we streamed Talladega on stream for Valorant. I might be wrong. You might hear some people in the background. We do have some of the Overwatch players watching right now. So we are going to see Colorado Mesa starting on defense with Talladega starting on attack. We see Sheridan Killjoy, a very common pick for him. And we were talking about it before stream. I like playing Killjoy on Icebox a lot. My apologies for just lying to our production manager here. We'll see. We do see the push onto A site on Icebox. The Sova arrow does go out. We'll see if it gets anyone. I don't think so. We do see the Teho bot managing to expose both Frogman and Sofa King, I believe. Sofa King is a newer player on this roster. He's played previously for CMU, but has not played this semester yet. So we'll see how it ends up going out. We do see Loverboy getting an early pick on Frogman on Reyna. We'll bring it to the 4v5. However, a lot of Talladega is low compared to Colorado Mesa, who has nearly full HP. So we'll see how it tends to work out. We do see a split push though from Talladega. Half of them on B, which does keep Colorado Mesa's attention quite a bit, leaving Silva alone on A to hold down against the Astra Viper. Does go down here to Loverboy, and that will be basically a free play for Talladega onto A side. We see Sherrod rotating over on the Killjoy, possibly swinging into the Astra Viper. We'll see if he notices either of them. Does see the Astra, gets a shot off. See the Teho mines going out, missiles. I'm not quite sure what that is. Does get the Viper, who has been the one to take out most of his team so far, and we see the rest of CMU has gone on to point the Harbor defuse with the bubble, making bullets not be able to go through. We see the Astra concuss going off. Ooh. Managing to finish the half that the Harbor started. A great round for CMU, bringing it to 1-0. Currently, the way how Valorant works is it is the first to get to 13 rounds total. If both teams bring it to 12-12 overall as a score, then it will be going into overtime, and whoever gets the first two maps over the enemy team will win. The way how NACE works, it is first 3 best of 2. So if Colorado Mesa wins the first 2 maps, then they, win the whole bracket. If they win 1, Talladega wins 1, then it goes to the 3rd map. Currently, we see both Vipers top frag with 2 kills each. One with 0 deaths, one with 1 death. We see the peek onto Ostrich playing that Harbor. Again, we see a bit of a split push. We see the Deadlock pushing up on A on their own. We see 3 of them pushing on mid. Frogman did not expect that Deadlock to be in that corner. Does go down there. However, there is that Sova there to hold him to get the trade off, and that will be bringing it to a 4v4. When we see the rest of Talladega slow pushing through mid, peeking into Ostrich, getting a very nice headshot with that Bulldog. Ostrich also peeks Ostrich getting another kill with that. Sherrod getting the kill on the Viper on flank. That will give Colorado Mesa a spike, and it will just be up to the Teho to try to push in here. Nope. Ostrich again with another very nice headshot, bringing it to 2-0 currently. Great job from Ostrich. I believe he has been one of our consistently high-ranking or top-fragging players, and we see that again here. Currently the top frag with 5-1. And we do see Color Mesa also is in a lot better position in terms of econ, being able to buy the Vandals, Bulldogs, a lot of the high damage guns, versus Talladega, which has at best a Sheriff and Inspector, both high damage, however, just significantly worse compared to Vandals. So we'll see how that ends up working out, whether it works out against them or if Talladega can manage to bring it back. I see the Viper Molly go out as Ostrich goes in to go pick up that ult orb, but we do see all of Talladega on A side. Frogman does manage to get an early pick on that deadlock, does have to back out though. Throwing that eye so the Sova can get out safely. We see the Viper going up on ropes here, possibly finding that Sova. We'll see if he manages to peek him. We'll see. There's just a lot of abilities going on. We see the Astra Stars, obviously. We see the Viper Wall. We saw the Tejo bomb thing. I'm not quite sure what it does. I know it just does damage, but I'm not quite sure what it's called, I should say. We do see the Astra managing to miss both Ostrich and Frogman. Frogman does go down, though, dying to the Viper. That will be bringing it to the 4v3. And we have more Overwatch players joining us. Hi, guys. It does look like Talladega is going to rotate off-site, going to be where there is still the Viper there holding. Oh. You're fine. We'll see. They're playing us slow right now. They have 25 seconds on the clock currently. We'll see how that manages to work out for them. It's, pretending to do rotate coming back to A. They still do have 2 people watching on that A site. See the Viper Wall go out, see the tail abilities go out. Talladega will have 12 seconds left to plant. We do see them starting that plant to go off. However, CMU can contest this. That will... plant does go down, unfortunately, but we do see the Harbor ult going out. It's basically an AoE stun, or concuss, however you want to call it. We see the Viper in the ult. Tejo managing to get a nice kill on the Sova. Getting that rotate there. Another Harbor Cove going down to try to defend the diffusers. Tejo getting the kill on Harbor, but Skiz managing to get the trade and the defuse off, bringing it to 3-0 currently. Sorry. You'll probably hear some Overwatch players in the background. A little bit loud. They're completely fine. Love them. We'll see what Talladega chooses to do. Obviously, CMU is up in terms of econ, bring 3-0 currently. It gives them a lot more opportunity to just do stuff, have more abilities, have more guns. Also has more ult charge overall because they get ults from kills and from defuses, I'm pretty sure. And wins, possibly. Not quite remembering what everything gives ult charge. But we see the push onto B, which we haven't seen yet. Maybe it'll work out a little better for them. We do see Frogman holding that corner there, but if that wall goes down, it's going to peek into 3 of them, essentially. Does manage to get the pick on the deadlock. A very nice headshot from Frogman, and managing to pick up Spike. That gives him a great angle to hold. Unfortunately, that Reyna manages to run in and just steal that Spike. Does get the Viper, however, gets traded out by the Astrons, or Zigon Astra, sorry. We haven't seen a lot of Astra players, actually. She hasn't been meta for a while now, but obviously she does have the extra star, which is a newer upgrade. We see the Astra ult going out, and Talladega does manage to plant the Spike. We saw the Viper Molly to try to contest it, but unfortunately it just doesn't quite do its job, and it will be up to Colorado Mesa to try to bring back this attack. I do think they're just going to probably try to wait out this Astra wall, see if possibly... It is very scary to push into one. Basically, anyone on the side of the Astra walls, they cannot hear each other and they cannot shoot through it. We do see the Astra Concuss going out. Shared managing to get a 2K. Kills happening behind the wall in the cove, which I didn't even realize. The only one going down there from Colorado Mesa was Frogman. I believe those mostly Shared and a little bit of Ostrich. Shared and maybe Skits. I'm not quite sure. Getting some kills on the back line, bringing it to 4-0 currently. Ostrich top frag for CMU. Currently 7-2 with the Viper for Talladega top frag at 4-4. We do say, though, both teams are pretty even in terms of econ as of now. Obviously, CMU does have more money, but they have pretty similar guns. Full Vandals or full Phantoms, whatever gun they prefer. We do see the one Spectre with regen shields, but generally speaking, both teams are going to be about even overall when it comes to just pure gunpowder. So we're going to see this one will just probably be like one of the evenest rounds in terms of just pure skill. I think is the easiest way to word it. We see the Viper ult going out from, or sorry, not Viper, the Reyna ult going out from CMU. Sherry getting a very nice headshot on the Reyna from Talladega. Frogman getting a knife. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but getting the knife on the Viper. Getting Sherry does go down though, dying to the Tejo. Frogman dying to the Deadlock. Tejo managing to also kill the Harbor. Sova does get the kill on Astra, but does get traded out, unfortunately, and it's just up to Skids to try to get a kill. Does manage to get the pick on the Deadlock and dropping Spike in the process, but he is very low with 33 HP left. It will be down to the 1v1 to see who manages to win this round, and it will be going to Talladega. Orbit getting a very nice headshot, and I believe a 4K there. Getting Talladega their first tick on the map, bringing it to 4-0 currently. And Orbit getting jumping up the leaderboard there, going 6-4 going 6-4 overall versus Ostrich 7-3, sorry, my apologies. And even despite the fact that, CMU did lose their round, they still have enough money to full buy again. They had a bunch of extra money saved up after winning basically 4 rounds in a row. So it will still be a pretty even advantage overall. We see Orbit going out here, pushing onto Ace, I seems to be the goal. We'll see how CMU manages to defend here. We do have the Sova with the arcane gun. Very nice gun, in my opinion. I was thinking about getting it, but never ended up finally dedicating. We see the ult coming out from Talladega's Reyna, as well as the Deadlock ult, not managing to get anyone. It's very close picking up that Sova, does not quite yet. Reyna getting a headshot through the smoke. Another ult coming out from the Viper on Talladega. That is 3 ults from Talladega. Crazy overall. Does get the kill on the Sherrod. It will just be up to Skits, Ostrich, and Frogman to try to bring this round back. Does manage to kill the Reyna and Tejo, but Ostrich does get traded out by that Astra. And it looks like Skits does manage to get the kill on the Ziggs. Quite a surprise. I thought he was going to die there pretty quickly, if I'm honest. Skits does go down to the Deadlock on Heaven. Doesn't see that Reyna, or doesn't see the Viper in the corner in her ult. Frogman will go down to there, and that will bring another round for Talladega, bringing it to 4-2 total. Both teams seem pretty even overall. CMU, we can see not being able to full buy this round. Coming out with a couple of Vandals, but also the Spectre and I believe the Marshall. Marshall. So we'll see how that works against a team of full Vandals. Obviously, CMU is going to be at somewhat of a disadvantage here with having a Marshall and Guardian into Vandals. A lot slower guns, a lot less damage of guns. However, if you have the good enough aim for it, it can obviously profit quite a bit. And we do see Talladega choosing to push onto B site this time, possibly trying to keep up that momentum. Catch CMU off guard again. We do have Ostrich with a Guardian. We have the Guardian and the Marshall, I believe, sitting on B site. Well, they had all of the Vandals on A. We do see the Viper as well went off on A. I didn't quite realize that, but yeah, the Viper did go out on A. We'll probably see Skis just kind of sitting there for a while, waiting to see if they rotate. Frogman getting an early pick on the Deadlock there. A nice headshot from him. The Tejo is also incredibly low. And we know where 2 of Talladega is from the term POV of Frogman. We know that one's down on below box and one is on top of it. But he does have to leave his cover behind yellow because of the Tejo mine thing. I'm calling it the mines, Tejo mine. And that will give Talladega a lot more room to push up here. They do have the Viper wall going up, covering up as they attempt to start planting, I believe. Possibly. Not quite yet. Frogman does get the kill on Astra. Great shots from them. Sova getting the kill on the Viper, and that will give CMU Spike, giving CMU much more of an advantage. Ostrich getting 2 headshots back to back on the Reyna and the Tejo. Great job from him, and that will bring it to another round for CMU, bringing it to 5-2 currently. Ostrich with the most kills for CMU at 9-4, and Orbit with the most for Talladega at 6-6. The way how Val works, it is once they hit round 12, I believe, they swap sides. So that will be either if CMU continues to win, that will be when it is 10-2, or if Talladega wins some rounds, we'll see how it ends up going then. And that will be Talladega to defend CMU on offense. We see the Viper going out here very early on ropes. setting up on, I believe, pipes is what this is called. I might be wrong. Some of the calls are a bit changed since I've last played seriously. But Talladega is going to push on to A site. We'll see how it ends up working out for them. We do see the Viper Molly going out, creating a nice one-way for that Viper and the team watching in the back line, as well as the Orb going out. Again, just limiting Talladega's ability to push in. Silva does go down, though, losing to Orbit. A nice headshot from the Tejo. The deadlock is lower, though. Frogman does manage to get a headshot on the Viper. A great job from him. It looks like Talladega is trying to push up, but they are going to hit Frogman on the flank there. We'll see if he manages to get a kill, or if he does go down there, dying to the enemy Reyna. Sharon managing to get the trade, though, with the Outlaw, I believe that is. Getting that trade off on the Reyna, shooting through the smoke, probably trying to limit their ability to rotate. And it looks like Talladega is going to go back to pushing onto A, where we still have skits on Viper set up there. Cher is probably going to go there in a few seconds. Harbor having to rotate over from B, going all the way back there. We do see the Astra ult going out from Talladega, but it doesn't look like they're going to notice Skits in the corner. Deadlock with ult will go, or with Spike, sorry, will go down. Skits getting the kill on the Astra as well. And Tejo managing to get the trade on Skits, getting that headshot. It will be the 1v2 though, starting to play. He doesn't have time though. If CMU just plays it, CMU just played it slow, but also could just get a headshot with the classic on a right click. I don't think Orbit was quite, no matter what, that was kind of a lost round for Talladega. The only way they really could have won that if he got like a crazy 2K back to back. What? I believe Spike takes around 7 seconds to plant, if I remember right. And with 4 seconds on the clock, obviously not enough time. So it was, just kind of a rough round for them. But we'll see if they manage to bring it back. Current scores are 6-2 with Ostrich top frag at 9-4. We are starting the round with Talladega pushing onto B. Frogman getting a kill on the Astra very early here. Sherrod lining up to watch over mid. We do see Frogman in the Reyna ult currently. And obviously he did get a pick with that earlier. We'll see if he manages to get more. I don't remember quite how Empress works. I know you get faster bullets and multiple heals. So we do see the trade on the Reyna. Viper trying to peek in, not quite able to get Frogman there. Does let Frogman get the kill. Does let Frogman get the kill, get Spike. However, that deadlock does catch him as he's removing the deadlock nest ping, I believe. Deadlock nest is what I believe it's called. Gets traded out there. Doesn't matter. The rest of CMU manages to clean up the round. And that gives Frogman top frag currently. That was a very nice 3K, I believe, from him, bringing it to 11-8. Colorado Mesa currently leading with 7-2 compared to Talladega. However, in terms of overall frags, they are somewhat close. Orbit being top frag for Talladega with 8-8. Not a bad score whatsoever. In both teams, again, we see a Bucky from Talladega on the Astra. That's an interesting pick. Obviously, if they're pushing through mid, through kitchen, it will probably work out. Is probably the closest part of Icebox. Icebox is known for its very long ranges and very long sight lines, so you don't see shotguns used quite too often there. We see the Tejo block getting broke, and all of Talladega is pushing in through kitchen. I'm sure that they've managed to calm that at this point. We see Ostrich peeking into it. Seeing both the deadlock and I believe the Astra he saw there. Frogman does manage to get a kill on the enemy Reyna. I don't quite remember who got the kill on Orbital, but Deadlock does manage to get a 2K on both Frogman and Skits. There is the Silva peeking in, managing to get the Viper. Sherrod managed to kill the Deadlock, and Sherrod getting another kill on the Astra. Great picks overall so far from both teams. That was, very close round, I would say. Colorado Mesa got quite low there. But that will give Colorado Mesa another round. I cannot talk tonight. Frogman is still top frag with 3-9. Sherrod close behind with 10-4. 9 deaths. Truly a mindset of a duelist, going in dying first, but getting your value out anyways. We do see Talladega, I believe, is pushing on to A, so that will be into Skits and Sofa King. we'll see how it ends up working out. Obviously, this one way is a very strong. I don't even know if it's a proper one way, but that Viper orb in general is very strong. Pipes in general is a very strong spot to play. They do spot him up there, so he might have to rotate, might have to leave. He does seem to be wanting to get out of there. We see the drone going out, managing to click the Tejo. Thank you. We'll see if they choose to push in here. We see the Viper wall from CMU going out, the Astra smoke from Talladega going out. Jesus. Right now it's just kind of at a standstill. We've seen a lot of util go out, but not a lot of gunfights happening, honestly. We'll probably see, more breakout in a couple minutes. But oh, there we go. Reyna trying to go in using the eye there, getting Skits getting the trade on the Reyna, Frogman getting the kill on the Viper. Deadlock and Astra do manage to kill Frogman and Skits in the process, but Sofa Kingbad does manage to get a lot of value there, getting that trades off, bringing Talladega to a 1v3. It is just up to this Deadlock to try to grab Spike and push in. We see Sherrod is by those little vents there. I don't think Deadlock was expecting him there, managing to get a nice little sneaky headshot. So this will be last round before the team swap sides. Currently CMU is leading 9-2. We'll see if maybe that swaps up. Obviously, some teams are a lot better on offense compared to defense, and vice versa. So we'll see if Talladega manages to bring it back on defense. Their team, I would say, is a lot more defense heavy, with Astra, Deadlock, Tejo, and Viper all being, well, not so much Tejo, but at least with Astra, Deadlock, and Viper all being very strong characters to hold on sites. We see the ult coming out from Old Reliable on Talladega. We'll see if it gets much value. Not quite. Frogman managing to get a nice headshot on the corner. Does get stuck in the Deadlock ult, though. We'll see if someone manages to save him. I don't think it's going to happen. I do think Frogman is going to go down here, dying to that Deadlock ult. However, Silva also using his ult, managing to get the trade, getting that Astra out. We see, obviously, last round, you're going to see people using all of their econ, all of their abilities, all of their ults, because you don't get that next round. So we're probably gonna see a lot of things. Obviously, we haven't seen Tejo ult yet. We haven't seen Killjoy ult yet. Those are the only two on the board right now. Both very good zoning ults to hold a big area of effect. We see the Killjoy ult going out, but as well as a Tejo one, possibly to destroy the Killjoy ult. I'm not quite sure if we'll see that yet. But we do see Killjoy manages to pop, and someone does get detained. The way how Killjoy works is if someone is in the circle by the time it pops, they will no longer have access to the gun or abilities. We believe it was the Tejo there managing to get the trays off. Sherrod getting a nice 2k right at the end there as the defuse is going off, and that will bring Colorado Mesa to 10-2 currently. Colorado Mesa only needs to win 3 more rounds to win this entire map. And we see here now, currently top frag is still Frogman with 15 kills, 11 deaths. Sherrod with 13 kills and 4 deaths, very close behind. 4 deaths is very impressive. As for Talladega, we see that Deadlock. Deadlock currently 9-11 with Tejo very close behind, currently 8-11. Colorado Mesa is buying a lot more gunpowder here, buying the ghosts. Only one of them has a shield versus Talladega, which 2 have shields, but only 1 ghost. Ghost is a very strong gun, especially in classic rounds. It does a lot of damage, does a lot of nice headshot damage, especially on a map like this with very long sight lines where a classic kind of struggles a bit. So we see some Colorado Mesa is pushing up through the kitchen. We see some pushing up through main. Ostrich about to peek into Orbit here. Ooh, Orbit getting a right click kill. Unfortunately, Frogman going down there, but Silva managing to get the trade off, killing the Viper there. We do see the Tejo missiles going out. Ooh, getting Viper very low does go down there, unfortunately. A great use of the missiles. Obviously, holding down small spaces is a specialty of Tejo's, and that proves there. Silva does manage to get 2 though here. Guess 3. There is a possibility of an ace here, but that Reyna is full HP, whereas both of CMU is at half health. Oh yeah, Reyna does manage to sneak up, get that kill. Reyna will fade out, and Killjoy does shared only with 4 HP. Basically just has to hold off as this Reyna is going to try to defuse. We'll see if he can possibly catch the Reyna off guard there. Does manage to get a very nice headshot on that Reyna. You might you might hear the Valorant players in the background very excited over that. I'm also shocked that that actually worked. 4 HP in a dream, apparently. That will bring Share to 14-4 overall KDA.
So what you meant for your song.
Oh, okay, that checks. Frogman is currently still top ranked though, 15-12. I'm willing to guess Cheryl will probably be team MVP though, just because of KDA and econ things. Valorant system is weird. um, Currently the score is 11-12. Round will be starting. We have a lot of CMU pushing onto A site right now. Frogman and Ostrich leading the charge. You see the harbor wall going out. Sherrod is going to solo push onto B. He doesn't have spike. He's probably just there to make a distraction. We see Silverdrone going out as they're waiting to push past this Astra smoke, probably calling calling out the fact of where things are. We see the sheriff. There is a vandal from the side of Colorado Mesa. A very early buy for a vandal. We do see Sherrod is set up on B. Basically has a free side because all of Talladega rotated. That gives him time to put up his Killjoy boss, put up whatever he needs, alarm boss, nanoswarms, whatever he wants to use. We see Frogman possibly peeking into some people mid, does spot the Astra, but doesn't get the kill. CMU will be able to have the time to start planting now, putting Talladega in a retake situation. Orbit doesn't check the back. Shared probably waiting for more people to push up, but unfortunately gets caught up by Orbit, having to does manage to get the kill on Orbit, but gets traded off by that Reyna, I believe it was. It's okay because Frogman's there, cleans up the Reyna. A very nice headshot from Skis. Oh, and it will be just up to the deadlock. You're in timeout to try to. Oh no. Oh no. We have seen one knife so far from Frogman, but we didn't get a call on stream. It doesn't look like we're gonna get another one caught on stream either. Deadlock managing to see him kill him. Deadlock also getting skids in the process, but it looks like he just won't have the time to defuse, and I'll give another round to Colorado Mesa, bringing it to 12-2 overall currently. We expected some silliness. We always see it, but one knife and attempt of two is very very ambitious. We see Frogman is currently still top ranked though with 17-13. And Urine Time Out on Deadlock is close behind on Talladega, currently 11-12. Could probably beat or catch up at minimum to Frogman here with a couple good rounds. If CMU manages to win that round, this will be the first map of Icebox going to Colorado Mesa. So obviously Talladega is not going to want that. It's going to try to fight out what they can to try to bring it back. We're going to see all the guns coming out, all the util ults, if any, end up popping up. I don't think anyone's close to it. We do see Sheriff solo pushing on to A right now, while the rest of Colorado Mesa is pushing B site. Probably, again, similar step to last time, clear out the sites, push in. He might run into the Reyna Deadlock here. We'll see if he ends up getting the kills there, or if they notice him even. Just kind of lurking around, waiting. Unfortunately gets caught by the Reyna, doesn't quite notice her, and we have the rest of Colorado Mesa setting up to push B. We have Frogman going through kitchens here, trying to possibly catch the Viper and Tejo off guard. Well, you have the rest of Colorado Mesa who pushed up through main. He will try to get, does manage to get the kill on the Reyna as they push up flank. However, it does go down to the Astra. Silva does manage to get the spike down. The Silva, Viper Molly not being able to stop that quite. Does go down to the Deadlock there. Again, another great headshot from them. They will begin defusing. Silva not managing to quite do it. Missing just mildly by shooting that spike. And that will allow Talladega to finish that. Finish the defuse, bringing it to 12-3 currently. Frogman and Timeout still top rack. Obviously, our icons. Right now, we do see Colorado Mesa buying full loadouts where they can, buying the Vandals. Frogman and Skits aren't gonna quite have enough econ to buy it, but it does get bought. Obviously you can buy your teammates guns, and that looks like what Colorado Mesa is gonna do. They seem to really want to just finish out this round now, try to get it done probably as quickly as possible. So now that will be full buy from Colorado Mesa, far less from Talladega. We also see the ult from Reyna popping from Frogman. We'll see if that gets much value at all. We see Sharon managing to catch that Deadlock off guard. A very nice headshot as the kill Deadlock was dropping off boxes there. And we have Frogman and Skids pushing up through main here. We just see the full push onto A, something which Colorado Mesa hasn't done yet. We usually see Sharon splitting off, but not quite now. Frogman getting the kill on the enemy Brainot. We've seen a lot of Brainot trades here the last couple of fights. It will be up to the Astra, Tejo, and Viper to kill all of Colorado Mesa. We'll see if they maybe get a flawless in the process. Frogman getting another nice kill on Astra, possibly on Viper. Does go down to the Viper here. However, that Viper is very low. Skits will trade, get that trade off, peek in there, and it's just the Tejo left. Viper not quite managing to do the damage that they need to get it off, but Colorado Mesa still has 3 people versus Talladega's 1. They're just, generally speaking, in a lot better advantage to play here, and Talladega does not have a lot of time to defuse either. They can try, but does end up going down to Sherrod here, and that will bring it overall to 13-3. See the GGs in chat. That will bring 1 point to Colorado Mesa. We have at least 1 more map to go, possibly 2 depending. But until the next map has been decided, we'll go on a brief intermission, and we'll be back after. Yeah, okay. And we are back. That was a very long intermission. I think Talladega wanted to take the full 10 minutes break that they are allowed, but we are back. We are on Lotus, which is a map. I don't like Lotus. We'll see. Maybe CMU likes it a little bit better than I do. We see Sofa King on Fade, Sherrod on Vice, Frogman on Raze, a very comfortable pick for him. Ostrich on Viper, and Skits on Omen versus Loverboy on Tejo, Orbit on Breach, Urine Timeout on Omen, Zig on Vice, and Old Reliable possibly on Raze. Yeah. So, we see the Omen mirror, we see the Vice mirror, we see possibly a Raze mirror. Very similar team comps, generally speaking. Lotus, in general, is a very weird map, in my opinion. It has the 3 different sites, the rotating doors, and then just all of whatever B site is. But yeah, okay, there we go. There we have the Raze lock in. That will be the loadouts then. We have Talladega starting on attacking again, with Colorado Mesa starting on defense. Obviously, we saw them start on that last time. We saw Colorado Mesa somewhat sweep. Obviously, Talladega did win their 2 rounds and did a great job during those 2 rounds and even throughout the entire game. Obviously, we saw numbers getting put up by that Deadlock, who's currently on Omen specifically. Did a great job. Same with the Breach. I didn't realize we had a Breach. The Orbit on Tejo last round. I was so confused. I thought the Tejo from last round would play Tejo, but no, he's on Breach. Okay. Orbit on Breach. We see, okay, we're 3 stacking C with all of the controllers, I believe. I don't think Vice is a controller. Possibly. Maybe I'm lying to you. I think she's a Sentinel. I'm not quite sure. I haven't played her. But we do have Frogman, Omen, and Ostrich set up on C versus Vice solo on B, which I do think looks like where they're gonna push into. We might see the Viper people possibly going through rotating doors here. Obviously those doors are a very common playstyle through all of stuff's happening. Omen managed to get the kill on Frogman, but Sherrod and Ostrich getting trades soon after. Loverboy managing to get the pick on Skits. Sherrod getting the pick on Loverboy. Oh, very nice headshot right at the end there. Sofa King getting the final 2K on Orbit and Old Reliable, and that will bring Colorado Mesa up by 1. Sofa King Bad is currently top frag for Colorado Mesa 2-0, with Sherrod very close behind 2-1. Whereas for Talladega, Omen and Tejo are tied for top, or Omen, Tejo, and Raze all tied for top frag, all both 1-1. Great job from them so far. Obviously, saw a lot of trades going off here. We do see Colorado Mesa basically buying a lot of their weapons here. We have the Guardians, we have the Sheriffs, Bulldog. We see Frogman pushing in very early here. Does get stunned by the Vice, but does the grenade does manage to kill Vice anyways. looks like we're just kind of waiting for them to push in more, possibly. um, it looks like Tejo might be leading the charge here, but they do have the fade, which obviously is great for holding space, even if they aren't technically meant to be a defensive hero. Um, well, it looks like Talladega is going to rotate off, which I think is a smart idea. They had one person die on A. They know A is held very hard right now by a lot of Colorado Mesa. They are rotating over onto B, which I don't know if they're going to expect Share to still be set up here. Obviously, we know Colorado Mesa tends to play very passively, very slowly, and that gives them the opportunity to play as they feel the need to. Share does manage to get the kill on the Raze, a very nice job there. Does go down, though, soon after to the Tejo. And it will let the Omen begin planting here, getting Spike off. That will leave up to Colorado Mesa to try to play the retake here. Oh, Frogman going in with the Stinger, getting the kill on the Omen. Swinging the Breach, also getting a kill on the Breach, getting a very nice 3k there before getting taken out by the Tejo. Doesn't matter though, Ostrich manages to get the trade, and then will allow Colorado Mesa to defuse, bringing it to 2-0. Probably letting someone else, letting someone else get it to get the ult charge. Generally speaking, pretty smart strategy to let whoever has the highest ults orbs needed to, have their ult, let them get the defuse. That gives you an extra point. So in this case, it would be basically anyone but Skits. We see Shared still top frag or Shared Frogman tied for top frag, actually, both 3-2. Shared going in with a Sheriff, while Frogman going in with a Spectre, versus Talladega with Tejo or Loverboy with the top frag currently 3-2. We'll see if they run into anyone here. I don't think so. It looks like Talladega is going to push onto B and push into Ostrich's setup on B's site. The Viper setup, obviously, is very strong. I didn't think we'd see Viper much in meta after her continual nerfs, but we still see her played pretty regularly, at least by CMU. We see Frogman on the flank here getting the long range kill with a Spectre, possibly jumping here. Oh. That was very unfortunate, jumping onto 3 of them, but Skiz manages to get the trade there, trading out Omen for Raze. And that will hold Talladega here quite badly if they're pinned from both sides. Solo managing to get the pick on the Tejo, which does give them Spike. However, I think Talladega picked it up pretty quickly soon after. And they are going to use the rotating door to get over to B site. Probably their best bet right now, but Ostrich is already there. He possibly catching this Vice off guard. Not quite, does manage to kill her though. All Reliable does take Skits down, but Fate, Sofa King is there to get the trade. And Colorado Mesa is just constantly swapping who's top frag right now. Just kind of a juggling act. But all the players are playing extremely well right now, in my opinion. Getting their numbers, getting their value. Even if, someone who doesn't have as much kills compared to the rest of their team, KDA isn't everything in a game like Valorant, where a lot of it is util based. So obviously you expect the ones going in a lot, such as the duelists or the initiators, to have a higher KDA, where someone like controllers or initiators are going to lag down there just because they are not going to be your first point of contact all too regularly. But we do see the Raze nade going out here, allowing Frogman to push up onto A main here. And it looks like Talladega is going to try to push onto A. Skits to set up on this box here. I don't know. I would never check that if I was playing on Lotus. I don't check that spot ever. So we'll see if Talladega can think to do that. But it does look like they're choosing to just rotate over to B instead. At least that raises possibly the Vice. Possibly going back to A. We'll see what they want to do. We see the smoke from Skits going out, blocking that Raze off, and unfortunately gets caught by that by the Breach, and going down to Breach there. And it looks like Talladega's going to push through Tree instead of running into that Raze through main. Doesn't matter though. Frogman does get a very nice 2k on the 2 that were lagging behind there. Unfortunately, Fade goes down to Zig there, misses the Raze ult, and unfortunately misses gunshots following. Zig getting another kill on Frogman. I don't think they saw the Omen there in Pit. They might get caught. Yeah, I thought so. It will be up to Ostrich to try to kill the last 3 remaining people, or that will give Talladega another round to their name. Obviously, Ostrich saw that Vice nest thing go out. Does get the pick on the Omen, managing to trade out their Bulldog for a Vandal. We'll see. He's kind of in a really rough position to push up right now. Stuck between both of the teammates. Even if he manages to get Spike to defuse a bit, it's going to be a very rough situation to be in to defuse. And we see the Vice. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I don't know if he's going to have enough time to defuse. Possibly, because he have to. Oh my god! Oh my god! I didn't think you could get it off. 0-0.
Oh.
He had 0 seconds on the clock, yet still got the defuse off, bringing it to 4-0 for Colorado Mesa. Oh my god. I think everyone is shocked right now. I don't know if you heard Valorant, but they were freaking out. So was our stream manager. Everyone, I think, was not expecting that. I thought he was going to just not be able to defuse there. Yeah, I've never seen .00. That's crazy. Oh my god. Well, and we see Ostrich currently leading charge 6-0. Very impressive gameplay by him. I honestly think he could have pulled off that round. You know, with the Vice peeking there, it was kind of a rough situation for him to be in, but he managed to pull it out. That was crazy. Oh my god. We see Skits here watching the little A main as usual, not on top of the box this time. We see Talladega looks like they're gonna push onto A, but it looks like they're gonna rotate over to C, pushing into Vice Viper. That's a name combination to say. Ray's jumping into the Vice setup very early here. Does get a little bit damaged, but not too much. Ooh, Ostrich nearly going down there to the Rays, but not quite yet. We'll see if Ostrich manages to keep up his 0 death streak. Fade, I don't know quite what they're waiting for here. The Omen is on a flank though, possibly catching some of CMU off guard there. I don't think Sofa King realizes. Oh, never mind. Ostrich is there to help him. I thought we were about to see the death of Sofa King himself, but no, Ostrich is just there to support. Shared getting the Vice trade off here. A very nice job from him. We see the Vice wall, flash going through the wall. There's so many abilities. We'll see what Talladega chooses to do. It looks like they're going to rotate over to A. They do have 14 seconds left. They need to heavy push onto the site to try to get it done. It looks like Skits is going to let Loverboy go through with Spike. I don't know if he has enough time to plant. Skits going onto the box does manage to plant. It's 4 seconds, not 7, like I said earlier. My apologies. But Skits getting the kill anyways. We've seen some silly goofiness from Colorado Mesa. This is nothing new to them. Ostrich still 0 deaths, 8-0. Very impressive. 5 rounds in, not 6 quite yet. We'll see if maybe there's an if we'll see 0 deaths from Ostrich's entire map, or if we'll see 0 rounds going to Talladega. I know I would be very upset after someone gets to defuse during 0-0. Insane gameplay. Right? I've played this game a lot and I've never seen that. Yeah, no, he's better than me. I would just given up. I would just run. But damn, apparently we get it off. Currently Ostrich is double the top rank of Talladega. Both teams putting up a really great fight so far, though. And obviously, we saw Talladega did manage to bring it back after a couple of rounds. Ooh, Frogman getting a nice pick on that Tejo. An early headshot getting spiked down. Obviously, Talladega gets to pick it up pretty quickly. Old Reliable does manage to take down Skits in the process, though. We'll see how the 4v4 ends up working out. Frogman's also very, very low. I believe that must be around 10 HP? 11. Okay, that's close enough. We'll see. Obviously they've pushed into a tree before. We'll see if they do it again. It looks like they're setting up to rotate out here. I'm not too sure what their plan is. They play very passively as a team, and that's always interesting for me to watch whenever there's a passive team. Shared a nice headshot on that Omen, managing to get spiked down. Rose will get destroyed pretty quickly, though. That will not mean doesn't mean to get the flash off, but they do have Vice and Viper ult up. Vice ult makes it so they can't use any of their primary weapons. It's only classics. And ooh, trade on the Vice. Very, very nice. Wall blocking them off. Getting a kill on the Rays. I'm not quite sure what the plan was with the Rays there. Probably just try to get out and get back under cover. And we see the Breeze trying to get some kind of angle to take out Cher. They're not quite able to. And Cher does manage to get the defuse off. We'll see. Colorado Mesa currently is leading 6-0. Great job from Colorado Mesa overall. Obviously, as a team, I was expecting this game to be a little bit more rough, losing one of their main players, having to play with a sub, who I believe we are going to see Sofa King for the rest of the season. Um, we'll see. I wasn't expecting it to work as well. Obviously, they've had an entire semester to play with Bubbles, who unfortunately cannot be joining us. But instead, we're seeing, it's still working very well for them as a group. Sofa King is an old player of CMU, has played previously. We do see the Tejo ult going out here. The raid's very low there. Oh, Shared peeking into the raise as well. They have their ability out. Very unfortunate to get caught out there. We do see Fade ults online. We do see Viper ult goes up, but it went out on C. Not quite getting the value it needs. We see the Fade ult possibly going out here. This is at least the animation for it. We'll see if they end up popping it. Frogman does go down to urine timeout. I don't remember quite who that is. A lot of trades going off right now. Zig killing her own teammate. I'm not quite sure how they managed to take out Old Reliable there, but that brings it to the 1v1 Owen versus Breach. Breach also has ult, which is going to be very unfortunate. Very hard for Skis to play around. His best bet is to try to kill this Breach. Faking the defuse, jumping out of the smoke, getting Orbit down, and giving Colorado Mesa enough time to defuse again. Very smart rounds from Colorado Mesa as a whole. Obviously, having great gameplay thus far. Skits currently 6-4. Great job from him. Colorado Mesa somewhat has a gun advantage. It looks like Talladega is trying to force buy, but even then, they're top frag. Ray's on Old Reliable, Rain last round, still only buying the Spectre, Loverboy buying a Bulldog versus Colorado Mesa, who has the full loadout of Phantoms and or Vandals. It's rough to play into, especially on a map like Lotus, which has such long sight lines on every single point except B. We were talking about Icebox having long sight lines and working good for snipers. Lotus as well is a very good map for snipers. Playing a gun like a Spectre and a Bulldog, which both are not great guns to ADS with. ADSing in general, not a good idea for Valorant, but especially with a gun like a Spectre, Stinger, Bulldog, where you're meant to kind of more spray and pray style. We do see wall getting triggered here, as well as Vice's little nest going out, along with the flash. Shared managing to get Old Reliable down there, isolating that raise off with that wall, and that will make leave Talladega to, looks like they're gonna rotate off. Rotate over to B most likely, and I think CMU did here is probably calling the fact that they're rotating. Positive, going all the way over to A maybe. We'll see. We do see Frogman on the flank. We'll see if he manages to get any of the kills. We do see 3 Colorado Mesa is on A site. So even despite the trade, we see Sova getting a very nice 2k on the Omen and the Tejo. Vice managing to get the trade though, getting that Sova gone. We'll see Frogman going out again. Is he gonna try to get another knife? No way. Okay, yeah, there we go. No more knife. So this is the Vice we were talking about, only having your classic or whatever other handgun you have. Frogman does go down to the Vice here. Is Ostrich trying to do a knife? No. Alright, buddy. Very nice. Vice does have 13 seconds left to plant and or kill the rest of the players from Colorado Mesa. Does manage to take skits out, but Ostrich is there to get that trade off, bringing it to 8-0 currently. Ostrich with 10 kills, 1 death. Very unfortunate we're not seeing the deathless run, but it's alright. And we see Old Reliable very close behind. Omen with the Odin? We've seen Colorado Mesa use Odins before. It's worked out before. 2 of them with Odins. Why am I not surprised? At this point, let them have their fun. It looks like Talladega again is just trying to save Econ right now. Sheriffs, Bulldogs, it's not the best loadout for them. See the Odin. Odin shot through the wall, hedgehog on that poor Omen. That gun is just so annoying to deal with. Oh my god. I can at least not speak on my experience. I hate playing against Odins. We'll see if Talladega chooses to keep pushing up through here, if they want to rotate off. Obviously, I know I wouldn't want to deal with that Omen. Oh, but unfortunately, Frogman does go down there. Just the spray on the Odin, not the greatest. Skits having to back out, and it looks like Talladega is going to continue their push onto A site. We do have the Vandal obviously set up on stairs. We have the Odin set up on tree, trying to spray and pray here, getting some shots off. Does manage to raise a tiny bit actually. Odin and their reloading animation is a very nice skin as well. I believe that's Sovereign. Very pretty. But the raise from Talladega has picked up an Odin on their own side. Oh, nearly getting a kill through the wall on the race. Does manage to get the kill through the wall. Does manage to get the kill through the wall on the race. What is the luck of that one? Loverboy also very low from just that continuous spamming. Fate does go down to the breach here. We see Ostrich getting the trade-off on Loverboy again. He was very low from dealing with Omen shenanigans. Oh, very nice headshot from Ostrich, getting that breach in the process. Another great headshot on the Vice. Obviously, Ostrich, I believe, is our highest ranked player on Colorado Mesa's side, and is showing. Obviously, he's always showed out in games, but 13-1 is impressive from him. Colorado Mesa is really coming here for playoffs. They are not willing to take any losses. Currently 13-1 from Ostrich, with Talladega's top frag being old reliable at 6 kills, 9 deaths. We see a Bucky coming out from Zig. A Bucky into an Op and an Odin. I don't like that. The chances of that, of winning, very low. But I mean, hey, it makes them comfortable. Obviously, they're pushing through B, which has the lowest sightlines available. Ostrich taking the raise nade, having to deal with that. We know that the raise is in that corner. Faye just trying to get the util and the information that they need for this. Oh, unfortunately does get peeked by that raise, does go down there. Shared running into that Vice with the Bucky. The Vice does do damage, but it's a Bucky. It was good in close quarters. It's not so great on a map like Lotus. We see the first op shot missed, second shot also missed. Oh, okay. Well, we're defusing anyways. Doesn't even matter the fact that half of Talladega is still alive. They have that Omen there to defend. They're just gonna push and keep going. That was a breach ult right at the end there. I don't know if it was a mistake or if he thought the spike wasn't defused yet. But that is going to be a lot harder for Talladega to come back from, obviously being an ult down, especially an ult like Breach, which is so good at holding post-site situations and for entering site. So it's going to be a bit harder for Talladega to push onto these sites without the opportunity of a Breach ult. But, anything can happen. We have old reliable top frag at 410. Ostrich still top frag for CMU. We have 10-0 currently. It looks like we're back on with a couple of the Odins watching these corners, but they are going to be pushing through C, which Shared is set up on. Obviously, we have seen his setups quite a bit, have worked out well for him quite a bit. We see the Vice getting stuck with that wall, but doesn't get much follow-up. Oh, I didn't realize they have the Aviator Vandal. Oh, this could be a big raise ult. Unfortunately not. Does manage to get one, but Talladega does get the trade off. That could have been a great ult. Unfortunately, just a little bit whiffed. Talladega, it does look like they're going to try to push through B, possibly rotating out. I'm not quite sure what their game plan is here. Rotating over to A, what it looks like, but that skits will be set up there with their Odin on box, so it's going to be a decent bit to deal with. Obviously, we saw the strength of the Odin last round. We're seeing it this time with how low Omen went down there. So, Fade getting the kill on the Vice. I'm not quite sure where that came from, but... And Omen is solo. One shot and he's gone, quite frankly. Rest of Talladega is full HP, but it